papoose. It's like like basically I'm not even a boxer. She's a boxer, a famous boxer, but I'm really just papoose girl. It's like weird.
She said I'm a boxer and I be. What's his wife name? I'm not looking this shit on yet. I don't like talking about it. Like people go to the 18. Oh yeah, this is did you feel this? Crazy. You ain't felt it before it started.
Yeah, no,
Shit was a rough terrain. Well, she like that girls.
he's married still.
But that, is he with her?
But the reason that they don't have a divorce is because they won't divorce her.
Oh, she wanted to.
Really? Yeah, she was cheating on him.
I know, but that doesn't mean she wanted to.
She do. I'm telling you, she do. And she keeps saying like he won't give me a divorce. So it's like, okay, well, when you're still married, fine.
Yeah, and I'm not with you either.
But then it's like if you have a girlfriend, then you think that you want to, you know what I mean?
Cup the bucket. We done.
So it's like, okay, well, why you don't want to divorce that lady if this is where you truly want to be? Can I send you my money and you take it out for me too?
How you gonna send it to me?
Cash it. Or everyone.
Let me know what it is. Look more.
You mind if I do this?
How much is mine?
Yours is 95,
Okay.
and then
But you will put it on.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta look into it.
Something say grab it off your nightstand. The usual.
so you said you want to send through the.
No, I'm gonna cash up her. She's gonna just pay
Okay.
for it.
What is up, everyone? What is up? What's up? So these are some. I just wanted to create live. See if you guys have any like prompt. These are some prompts, right? If you guys disagree, agree. You know, let's have a conversation back and forth. Let's see if we, what are your thoughts on, these prompts, right? So what do you guys think? Do you guys agree? Do you guys agree with this? I mean, because I've been doing these lives for, I thought they were pretty interesting, right? They're fun to go back and forth with, have a conversation with, debate, whatnot. So I think they're fun. So I want to see if other people would have any thoughts. I mean, these are some things that I believe, right? When it comes to, what do you guys think?
What's the total between both?
It's 150 altogether.
You know what? Take care of the board.
Alan, what's up? When you say single motherhood is a choice, does that refer to women that divorced, left the father, and took the kids, or all single mothers? I'm going to keep it good faith for today. I'm just wondering. Okay. Well, I believe it's every time, right? I mean, like, if you could tell me a situation where that would counter it, but I believe in all situations right now, currently, from what I think, because even your example, a woman that divorced or left the father, well, she's choosing to become a single mom, right? She's not choosing to be a wife anymore. So widows, not okay. Widows are different. Yes, I stand corrected on that. That yes, that's not a choice, right? So correct. I'll admit that one. You just told me one that I'll stand corrected on. Correct. Widows are not they're not choosing to be single moms. So I'll stand corrected on that. Yes, they make the active decision to leave. That again, almost 9 out of 10 cases, out of 10 cases, you prove me, you give me the one case that I could agree on, right? That would not be, a choice, right? So if you're not a widow, anything else, at least off the top of my head, it's a choice. You 100% choose to be a single mom. What about if the father is the one who decides to leave? Here's the thing. It still doesn't change that she's a single mom. Doesn't change. If he leaves, she's still a single mom. And why I would say that she's chose it, because she chose an incompetent man. She chose a man that wouldn't, commit to her. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't negate that that man is a terrible man. He's a shitty man. Okay, but it's a choice still, because you chose said men, right? You chose said men. You chose said men that, wouldn't want to commit to you, didn't stay in the marriage, didn't stay faithful, or whatever the case. Still, you chose him. No one forced you to pick who you picked, right? Unless he didn't die, right? Unless he didn't die,
Okay, yeah.
then
I don't
still.
have- I don't have
Okay, I can give you one, and then I can do
Okay.
her too, yeah. Yeah, that's one, and then.
Where are you coming in with that question? I know.
I just don't have, I don't think I got one at all.
I think you did have one.
No, I did have one, but I'm saying currently, like my last couple of times coming, I definitely didn't have one.
Thank you. Well, you didn't get yours for.
I did.
The same thing is that I believe being a single father is a choice as well, right? I believe single fathers. I'm not discounting, both sides. Okay, I think if a man, chooses to have sex, you know the outcomes, the possible outcomes. So I would, again, I'm not holding one side accountable and not the other, right? But it's more triggering, right? The third prompt is more triggering when you talk about women, right? When you talk about men, okay, men will accept it. It's not that, not that jarring, but it's more triggering when you say single mothers. I think it goes to the same, right? It goes by the same. I would say this. The same thing is that at the end of the day, you chose the man. You didn't vet the man properly, and the outcome happened, and you still, you chose that path, right? Because it happened. Now, what do I mean by the second, right? Okay, Hugh, you said, what did I mean by the second one? Single motherhood is ruining society. Again, it is women that have created broken families, right? Whether they chose the man who left or they themselves who left, bunch of broken families. It doesn't sustain, or it's not a good thing for society. Single mother household, on average, right? Again, it's not. Let's say this: on average, they produce more dysfunctional adults than either single father households or two parent households. They produce more dysfunctional adults than single father households or two family households, right? Two parent households. It doesn't mean that all single mothers produce terrible men, but it's you can say that most terrible people come from single mother households. Again, not all single mothers produce terrible people, but most terrible people come from single mother households. All right. Again, it's just that's why I see it's ruining society. I believe single mother household, they produce either the next generation of single mothers or they produce the next generation of baby daddies. So regardless of how abusive the dad is, the wife and kids, it's actually the mom's fault. No, here's the thing, right? Not taking away from both. I think it's both people's fault, right? I don't take away accountability from the man. But again, I hold the woman accountable for her actions. So she chose said man. Now, that man is a dirtbag. That man is disgusting. He needs to be held accountable. He needs to be held accountable for his disgusting deeds, right? He needs to be held accountable for the terrible things he does. But that doesn't negate that she should also be held accountable for choosing said man, right? That's how I see it. Let's see. I gotta look at it again. I had somehow my iPad is not doing correctly, but it's been shown by studies single mother household compared to single father households. Single father household produce more functioning adults. Also, like I said, single mother household doesn't mean that they only produce terrible people, but there is a study that most of, let's say, prisoners, right? Most people who are in jail come from single mother households, right? So correlations, right? I'm putting like trying to put two and two together. Now, like I said, I don't mean that all single mother household create, all the terrible people. No, but there's a majority of the terrible people come from single mother households. Paul, why am I so ignorant? Why am I ignorant? Kids go to school nowadays and say goodbye, dad. Goodbye, dad. I don't get what that. I don't understand what that means. I never went on welfare because I don't want to take from single mothers. Okay. As a man, we love bomb and straight up lie before revealing the abuser. Here's the thing, right? I mean, if that's what you think, if you are that type of man, necro, then you're that type of man. But I can tell you this: I believe women are not as stupid as some people believe. I believe women choose. Do men lie? Yes, but I don't think men are that good at lying. I think men either don't lie, they're not that good at lying, or they don't switch up. It's just that women choose to ignore the red flags, right? And then after a certain amount of time, they can't ignore it anymore. So statistically, I'm not saying that type of. Well, if you're not saying you're that type of man, then I don't understand. Do you believe that you said it? As a man, we love bomb and straight up lie before revealing abusers. Are you that type of man? Because if you're not that type of man, I don't know why you even say that men do that. Because then you are literally saying that you're not an example of that type of man. So you know that they are men that don't lie and that are not abusive. I just ran through actual government statistics. I can't find anything on single mother kids being the majority of people in fact, it's not even a question on. Okay. Which technically, yes. I got it. Again, I can't look up certain things, right? I'm just saying that, you know, I'm saying these are things that I've seen in the past. If I had access to my computer, I'll look certain things up. I'm saying statistically, when it comes to domestic abuse, men are the problem. No, you can look it up right now. 70% of one-way domestic abuse, right? 70% of one-way domestic abuse is committed by women against men. 70%. Most domestic abuse is committed by both, right? Both parties are abusing each other, right? Most domestic abuse, both parties are abusing each other. Lesbian relationships have the highest domestic rates, right? So really, because men do it. No, again, right? You're not really proving it to me. Prove it to me then. Which, yes, technically a majority. The only thing that even ask if they were raised in a two-parent, which actually makes up 43% of the population, which, yes, is technically a majority, but does that really mean that you can make a correlation? I get what you're saying. If most kids without two parents are raised by their moms, then it's obviously that the majority of 50% would be from single mother household. Okay. Well, okay. LM, I would change number 2 to runaway fathers are ruining societies. I mean, as they say, mamas, baby daddies, maybe. You can't really force the man to stay, and the government doesn't force them to pay. Here's the thing, right? 00987. Again, why is she choosing deadbeat men? Why are women choosing shitty men? Why are women choosing men that wouldn't marry them? Why are women choosing men that would be deadbeat fathers? It goes back to them, right? Again, just like I always think that you cannot force a person to not be a criminal. You can't force a person not to be a criminal. It's just how it is, right? But what you can do as an individual is choose not to deal with said criminals. So you don't have to deal with deadbeat men. So if you're not giving these deadbeat men kids, you think their line would continue? No, their line wouldn't continue. Why are you right? I don't get it. I mean, I am right now. Oh, fair enough. I don't know what you mean. Which is more damaging. I mean, like a 5-year-old hit me but is it really going to hurt? I don't. Okay. No, I don't get that. What does that mean? Government does force men to pay. Yes, government does force a man to pay. I mean, a man would, there will be a warrant out for him, a warrant for his arrest, and his pay will be docked, right? His pay will be docked. So government do force men to pay. Okay, if you get taxed, if you get a tax paycheck, your paycheck will be docked for child support. And are you considering when the woman has had enough and she usually uses violent means to protect herself? Because most women are in jail because they end up murdering the man who beats them. Again, I'm not saying no, don't protect yourself. I'm not saying no, don't protect yourself. I'm saying please recognize that you chose that man. You didn't vet him properly. You gave him your body. Without without much of a commitment, you give him your body. Without a marriage, you gave him children. You're giving these men so much access, with you. You're giving terrible men so much access to you. So, dude, where did you get that 70? You can look it up. 70% of one-way domestic, 70% of non-reciprocal domestic violence is committed by women against men. JM, you him hit it raw. You didn't have a second thoughts. Now you're a single mom. Yes. She said, I'm having this kid, whether he here or not. Now you're a single mom. Because they really have no choice but to have a shitty. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Did you just say that women have no choice but to have a shitty man? Did you literally wrote that down? Did you literally wrote that down and sent it? That is insane. I choose not to have a shitty man, and I left with no man, and I'm left with no child. My only choice was to actually stay. That is insane. That is insane. So you're saying your choice is either to choose a shitty man right? That's what you think, right? Is either choose a shitty man or don't choose a man at all, right? Stay with a shitty man or not. I don't know what to say to that. I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, that's absolutely idiotic. There are plenty of good men out there, right? It's your fault for not choosing them. To say that there are only shitty men out there is insane to me. I just looked it up, the newest statistics, and it is literally saying that fucking 97 of domestic abuse is initiated by men and continued by men and perpetrated before separation. If I could look it up, I will look it up. I've looked at that. I looked at that stat quite a lot. I wish my thing is not working. Yeah, I can't look up these. I can't look up the information, and I'm on my phone, so I can't look it up on my phone, or I have to close the live. The choice is just to be alone, and then a society stops. I don't know what you're talking about, right? The choice isn't between a shitty man or being alone. However, I think it's sad that I'm left to live a childless life because I did not want to stay with an abusive guy. You can find a guy that's not abusive. This is insane, right? 0987, you are insane. I wish I had not worried about social stigma and had just gotten knocked up and at least have. Sure, if that's what you say. Stab. They should pay child support. Why shouldn't a man pay child support? I never said nothing about a man shouldn't pay child support. Left the condom in the round. The only study that proves that 70% number you gave to me is from the fucking 70s, and it also includes verbal. I mean, first of all, I didn't look at that. I can't look at that stat right now. But if you think verbal and emotional abuse is nothing, then, well, that's up to you. Because the stat that you gave me, I mean, like, you don't think it also includes verbal abuse? I mean, if you think that the general domestic abuse doesn't include also verbal and emotional abuse, you are crazy. Sometimes women also include financial abuse. Not all deadbeat dads are criminals. What are you talking about? Some men just don't want to take their kid. I didn't say all deadbeat dads are criminals. Do you think that a person walks up to a woman and says, I'm deadbeat? No, but again, through a person's actions, you can see if the person's a deadbeat or not, right? Does he take up all his responsibility? Is he a productive adult? Does he pay his bills on time? Does he, pays his mortgage on time, right? You see how he go about life. You can see if he's a deadbeat or not. It's usually productive adults are not the ones that are deadbeats. But the same study finds that around 80% of the same men surveyed admit that they also engage in the behavior. People lie and people present a certain way and then they flip it up. And here's the thing, right? I don't necessarily disagree that people don't lie or whatever, but I believe the big problem is that women are the ones to just ignore red flags. People are not like amazing liars, right? They're not amazing liars out there. Why do you care? It's just a prompt, right? If you're bored, we'll talk, right? If you're bored, we'll talk back and forth about it. I mean, if you don't care, you don't care, right? But it's just a prompt. Go back and forth. If you guys want to talk about it, we can talk. If you guys don't, it's all good. I understand that you're playing devil, but you're wrong. Ooh, you said nothing that proves that I'm wrong. In fact, a case of domestic abuse against men, which only occurs, is actually done by no. I believe gay men have the least domestic abuse rates. No, I'm not married. But literally, what am I saying about marriage in this? That is true. However, you don't know someone's a liar until they again, yeah, you don't know if there's someone who's a liar until they review it. Don't give them your body yet, right? Don't give men your body until you have a relationship. Don't give men kids until you're married. Usually women skip those things, right? Women give their bodies to men where they're not even in a relationship with. They give kids to a man they're not even married to. I mean, like, these are barriers, right? I'm not saying it's 100%. I'm not saying it's foolproof, but I'm saying these are barriers. If a man can't even commit to you, why give him your body? If a man can't even give you marriage, why even give him a kid, right? That's what I'm saying. At least you should, take up these barriers just in case. What you're saying is basically the victim of fraud is at fault. Again, you have some faults in being a victim of fraud. These men lie and flip it up. Again, I don't say men don't lie, but I'm saying I think more often than not, women just choose to ignore red flags. These men are not amazing liars. Being a single mom is 100% choice. What? Of course, it's not always a choice. Have you ever? If you watched the beginning, I said yes. The widow thing, okay, I agree. A widow, but okay, 99%. Okay, I'm sorry, 99%. I'll stand corrected. 99%. They don't present as terrible at first. Yes, they don't present as terrible at first, but I think no man or very few people can hold a lie for forever. For forever, not even for months or years. Again, I'm not married, and I'm not talking about I'm being married. I said I had no choice. I said, you do have a choice. In life, you have a choice. Man with multiple baby mamas is worse? Why is a man with multiple baby mamas worse?
I wanted to get a soak off and clear polish. Do you mind if I put my bike right inside? Thank you. Thanks.
Again, there's quite a few questions, right? I don't know which question you said. I mean, why is a man with multiple baby mama is worse? Why is that? I don't think.
Hello.
Hey, you want to take off your nails?
Yes.
Okay.
Last time, I usually always just get fill-ins, but
No, it's fine. Give him a rest.
yeah. What's the gel? Like, I guess I'm trying to think of once I get them soaked off, they're gonna be kind of weak and
Yeah, they would.
long.
So you
Is
probably
there a
just have to
way
cut them down.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's no way
There's not a way to make it stronger.
Over it, like a hard gel.
If you're gonna keep your nails that length,
Uh-huh.
doesn't necessarily mean that it won't break, even if you have a gel on top of it.
Okay.
Right? There's no guarantee.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Even the Gel X or what is the hardest gel that's? I know there's no guarantee, but what is it called? Is that Gel X when you just?
Gel X is just a fake tip on, right? But we do have gel builder. I guess that's a bit more harder.
Yeah. How much is that?
Quên gel builder bao nhiêu đồng thêm nhỉ? Vâng. Gel builder bao nhiêu đồng thêm nhỉ?
Cái gì?
Gel builder đó.
Gel builder hả? Gel builder bộ mới hả? 60.
That'd be 60 just to put on the builder. Then be 15 to take it off.
Okay. Well, let's just take them off for now, and then I'll let you know what's thinking of.
Yeah, you can keep thinking about it. No, just a client. Just a client. I'm bored, so I just made these prompts to see what you guys think. Complete fault flies upon all single moms. They are guilty of the most.
Can we soak them all?
We could soak them off. You have time, right?
What time is it? Yeah,
If you're not in a rush, then...
I'll just have to be leaving by like 2:15.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah. Whatever we can do.
Bro, you know I'm Asian, right? I mean, you've seen my face before. You know, I was talking to another girl, and she also told me that she's never been in a relationship and only situationship.
Yeah.
And she's around your age. I'm like, that is amazing to me that this is what your generation is doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. Okay.
I think it's interesting because I was just watching a video of somebody talking about how like talking stages are normalized. And like back in the day, I think people just dated and like that was that. Like I don't know. Now it's like this whole situation because we have phones and we have texting. The process seems maybe a bit different.
Yeah, it's like so many women in their 20s are doing situationships. I'm like, wow. That is amazing. Oh, how was your birthday?
It was good.
Good. Did that person show up?
No, because, well, she told me that they were going to be doing something also around that time.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay, I did let them know like an hour before. And they live in Jersey, so
okay, yeah.
far.
Yeah.
But then when I was at the karaoke place, she texted me, like, and I think she was like, maybe she's trying to come, but I couldn't. It was kind of too late because I don't know if you've ever been to Ken's Seafood.
No.
But if you get like a karaoke package thing, then it's a set amount of people and you can't really add.
Oh, really? You can't?
You can add people, but we had already been sitting down, the food. One more person wouldn't have hurt, but she was about to come up with like the crew.
Oh, sure.
Like the friend group that we're fighting with.
That's not how you want it, right?
I mean, yeah, I would have actually preferred her to come with her friends.
Oh, really?
Because I feel like that would be less awkward.
Oh, I thought you wanted something more intimate.
Oh, no, because I had my friends there, too.
Okay.
So, but her birthday party was on Friday, and we were all, like, me and my roommates, we were all there. And
okay.
there was definitely more stuff between us, progressing. There was more progress. So.
You can't force anybody. You know, you can't force people to do their nails. So I don't know what you mean. That's the thing where it's like, you guys literally don't understand accountability.
I'm a little bit nervous about this nail because yesterday something happened where it like...
Oh, might as well just feel it. See what happened.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't stain.
Laughing man, what's up? What's up? 100% a choice is 100% a choice to be a single mom. I don't agree with that. People change as well as no. I mean, like again, if you're not a widow, it's 100% a choice, right? You choose to have sex. No one's forcing you. All right? Then you choose to, right? In the day and age when women have pro-choice, you chose it, right? 100%. But to have a kid, 100% a choice. Yes, 100% a choice. This is a land. Again, we're just having a conversation, right? If you guys disagree, we could talk. Well, 5 years marriage and he cheats. Well, you chose the cheater. I still see that as a choice, right? You chose the shitty man. Yes, being unable to abort is. First of all, right? Okay, if that happens to you and being unable to abort, you could travel to a state that allows it, right? You could travel to a state that allows it. I mean, unless, okay, fine. If that happens to you and someone is forcing you to stay in a house where you can't leave, then okay, I'll give that, right? If you're being, you being imprisoned and you can't leave, so you can't, abort. Okay, fine. But you're given such a weird circumstance that honestly don't happen that often. If it rarely happens. So ain't no woman choose you yet. I'm not worried if a woman choose me yet. That's not really the question, is it? And that's the thing where you need to, instead of what? Talk about the prompts, you go for me. What is that? Does that disprove what I'm saying? It really doesn't. I mean, I don't know how. Like, how you think? I believe your opinion comes from a place with no experience. If you think that, I mean, I've had plenty of experience.
Làm thì cũng biết. Nghe gì.
I mean, tell me some sides. Right? This is your, Merc. I mean, tell me a side. I mean, like again, maybe I'll see it. Right? Like I said, I didn't think about the widow, and I agree. That would be a one scenario where it isn't a choice. Tell me a side that enlighten me. Again, this is the point, right? Enlighten me. Conservative Decker. I agree. I mean, you are correct. I mean, it's feminism. But again, feminism, in my opinion, created this. Right? Feminism created this scenario. So this is one of the side effects. What evidence do you need me to put? I've given you I've given you scenarios about single motherhood. I said that it is 100% a choice. You choose the city man you give a kid to. I've said that single motherhood, having broken families, is part of ruining families. What other evidence you need me to say? I mean, dude, why do you even believe these things in the first place if you don't have sources on top? Okay, like what source do you want? What source do you want me to say? Right? Here's the thing, right? Majority of women, right? I mean, not majority of women, but there are more women that have kids than there are men that have kids. Okay, so it's showing you that this is more problem on the single mother side than it is on the single father side. I believe right here, right? Broken families do not create a good society, right? So I don't know what else you need. It is 100% a choice for you to become a single. Well, fine. You gave me like the widow example. Okay, it's 98%, right? 98% a choice. Okay, I mean, I stand corrected, right? It's 98% a choice. I mean, what hypothetical are you talking about? There are broken families. That's not a hypothetical, right? Broken families are not a hypothetical. there are more women that have kids than there are men that have kids. That's not a hypothetical. Accountability isn't a hypothetical thing. Accountability isn't a hypothetical thing, right? Okay, seriously, Alan, how many? Okay, like you know, this is why I say you're disingenuous. Okay, again, I am using my phone, right? So I can't end the live and then look up these information and then start the live back on, right? If you don't believe me, or if you can't even counter my opinion, right? Even with your numbers, you can't counter my opinions. Then what's the point, right? You disagree with me, correct? You either agree or disagree. You disagree, but you say I need to prove it. Well, this is what I believe. It's like, I don't know. As a man who has a broken family and wish I would have been aborted, I agree with the woman's choice. If you ain't down with that, then okay. I mean, I don't know what that means. Agree with the women's choice. I 100% believe in accountability. I believe in choice. How is it her choice that her husband decided to cheat? It is her choice to choose the cheater, right? She chose the man that would cheat. There are plenty of men that would never cheat. That is 100% his choice. I don't disagree. It's 100% his choice. But why do you negate her, her own choices in life? Why do you negate her own choices in life? I mean, no one forced her to choose that type of man. I've known people who never had money, get a great career, and end up leaving the wife. Again, that was a terrible person. But you shouldn't have chose that type of man. Yes, I looked up the numbers, right? I looked up the numbers. But you want me to give you, I said it, right? I said that, what is it? I said the 70% one, I've said it, right? I looked it up. Now, again, I can't look it back up to give you more concrete information about it because, again, I'm on my phone. The ones where I said that, yeah, I mean, there are informations I looked up already. If you think I said it feels, then it's up to you. I mean, Alan, like, seriously, this is why I said that. What's the point of trying to change your mind when, honestly, at the end of the day, you only think that it's how I feel? All right? This is why I've said this before. There's no point in changing your mind because that's the type of person you are. Being a single male who dislikes women are ruining society. Okay, I mean, I guess if you think that, I mean, there are many things that are ruining society. Why do you think there's only one thing that's ruining society? Mr. Overlay, 100% I'm with you on the fact that women are responsible for the men who have multiple baby daddies. Okay. It's not disingenuous. I'm just trying to give you the other side. You literally didn't give me no other. What other side are you giving me? I mean, I agree with the widow thing. I said I stand correct on that one. They don't always start that way, but honestly, like, why are you getting with men that you haven't vet properly? Right? Why? I mean, I know like, give me a situation where after, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 years, then they switched up. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. There's always the red flags. You just choose to ignore them. Yes, okay, I agree. It's not 100%, right? I stand corrected. I said 98%, right? 98%. I agree. There are certain scenarios that, yes, you're correct. It might not be 100%. I agree. Which, like I said, I said it. I stand corrected, right? I was, given certain scenarios that, I do agree with. It's hard, there are, multiple people sending messages, and I'm reading on a small ass phone. So really, it's not the easiest for me to read everyone's question or everyone's message. And let's see. Kenneth, I did read your last post. I don't know. That's what I read. That looks like it's the last one where you said, as a man who has a broken family and wish I would have been aborted. I think that's a weird comment. So I don't know. I mean, okay, give me more, right? You said 60%. Well, give me more scenarios. Then maybe I'm willing to change my mind. Give me more scenarios that would show me otherwise. Vetting men are like vetting nail techs. They can do your nails straight, nails right. Then one day they mess them up. Again, no one's perfect. See, so if you judge a man on one day of imperfection, then honestly, what type of person are you? Do you think someone would be perfect every day? So fine, you said, okay, vetting a man are like vetting nail techs. They can do your nails right, then one day they can mess up. Do you think your nail tech should be perfect every day you see them? No, you're ridiculous. We're humans. I don't judge people on their imperfections, right? No one can be perfect. If you think that someone should be perfect all the damn time, then you're ridiculous. Right, he skipped a bunch. Again, I'm one person reading a whole bunch of comments on my phone. And you guys are, when you guys text a lot, I can't read it all. So do you guys not know how these things work? Yeah, I may unknowingly skip a message. But the last one I saw from you is saying that you wish you were aborted. It's a weird comment. Didn't finish last text. What the last text? I mean, if you could, write it again. Not that hard. Just write it again then. If I missed it, write it again. It gives you something to do. Again, right? If being a nail tech results me in having a kid, it's not the same thing, right? If your nails get done bad, well, okay, you move on to the next one. A kid is not the same thing, right? You're producing an adult, right? You're producing a child. So you need to be held to a higher standard. You shouldn't just be having kids with just any man you find attractive. Here's the thing, right? Vanessa, you said fatherness is ruining the family, right? Here's the thing, right? Who's choosing these men? No one can force a woman to choose said men, right? And we also, it is a fact that more women have kids than men do, right? There are more women that have kids than there are men that have kids. I don't disregard that, the fatherlessness is a problem. I don't disregard that. But again, why are you choosing these men? All right, put it back in. In most cases, are the men walk. No, that's not true at all. 70% of divorces are filed by women. Where you, Alan? Okay, show me the. You said show me the study. Prove me wrong. I would love to. Prove me wrong that most of the time the men are leaving. Prove it to me. I mean, you could ask it. Most of the time, women are the ones to break up relationships. I mean, can you give me a study that proves me wrong? 70% of divorces are filed by women. 70% of divorces are filed by women. Google it. That literally just showed you that, that could be a correlation right there. So it's not 70% of men are leaving. Yeah, again, saying 100% is just, I guess it's clickbaity, right? So okay, I admit that, but it's like, prove me that it's not 100%. And okay, I had 2 examples, so I'll say it's 98%. I don't know who that is. What are we supposed to do? Stay with a man beating us? See, that's why I say it's disingenuous, right? You said, user, you said, what are we supposed to do? Stay with a man that's beating us with that? What the? It's like, do you believe that that is not even like the majority of divorces, right? Women are not divorcing men because of abuse. So it's like you think, oh, I'm either with a man that abuses me or I'm not with a man at all. It's like, why do women constantly use the worst of worst men? The majority of women are not being in abusive relationships. And here's the thing, right? Even if it is true, you chose that man. I'm sorry, you chose that person. So it still doesn't change that, right? You have options between men that don't, and then you choose the men that do. I don't even know or care about you or anyone in the chat. I'm gay. I mean, and you know what? That's perfectly fine. Thank you for messaging.
Is this Twitch?
No. It's YouTube.
Oh, okay.
I get more
YouTube
traction on
Live.
YouTube.
Okay.
I get more traction on YouTube. What do you mean? What would be the difference between Twitch?
Well, Twitch is a live streaming platform. Like they stream on
Yeah.
Twitch as well. I don't know. I just was wondering if it was TikTok Live.
No, I mean,
Twitch or...
I get more. I don't know why, but I get more traction on YouTube. So
Oh, cool.
you know, because sometimes if I do the lives on YouTube, I at least get a couple hundred views, so it's decent. And I always like to have fun, right? I mean, I think it's always good to talk around. So, I mean, what do you think, right? So I say, being a single mom is 100% a choice. What would you think? I'm down for, opposing views. I mean, I have plenty of people who disagree with me.
I think 100% is definitely a stretch.
I agree. I mean, widows. I mean, so
Right.
I am playing around with it, but
I'm listening, and I definitely hear what you're saying about like women choosing the man and choosing to have the kid or not have the kid. I think obviously, like when a woman does choose the man, they don't know what they're getting themselves into. Yes, they chose the man, but unfortunately, a lot of
I want to say this. Do you think men are good liars? Or do you think men are good liars, or you think that because you like the person, man or woman, you just ignore red flags?
I think because you like the person, you ignore red flags.
That's what I believe more. I don't disagree. Yeah, men do lie, but no man is a Casanova, right? I don't think majority of men are Casanovas, right? So I mean, this is why I say to the chat is that honestly, yes, men lie. I don't disagree, but men are shitty. Men are not that level of intelligence. That again, if you say that men are good liars, then you're just saying women are stupid. I'm saying women are love makes you stupid. So that's why I'm saying women are not stupid. I say love makes women stupid.
I agree, and
that's the thing.
I've seen that happen with my friends, because I have friends with kids, and one of them isn't a single mom. She's got.
How long did you took her to have kids? How long was she with the man until she had a kid?
Not very long.
Not very long. This is the thing where I'm not saying this is all, but this is why I said single mother's choice as well. I've heard so many stories, right? Anecdotal stories, but I've heard so many stories. Women knew these men a month, 2 months, 3 months. To say that, oh, these men lie, they switch up. You knew this, you barely knew this man. You barely, of course he switched up. Because now you see for what he is, because the red flags are now in your face. You knew the red flags. You just chose to ignore it because it was sexy, it was charming, whatever. Now after a while, boom, I see the blaring red flags, but it was always there. That's the thing where I'm saying, right? I don't discount men. Men can be trash, Men can be shitty people, but that doesn't discount that are men just shitty people or are women ignoring red flags, right?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Is she here?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just know how to put this strap on for you.
Van Van. George, being a mother is a choice. Yes, actions can cause single status, but single motherhood is a choice because of the initial. I mean, again, it's a choice. I'm not saying, you know, I'm not discounting anything. Okay, I mean, I agree, right? You said it. Great. You know, that is not a choice. Giovanna, that's not a choice. Okay, that so it's not 100%. Okay, I agree. I correct myself. It's 98%. Hello.
Pedicure and eyebrows.
Pedicure and eyebrow. Okay.
Is it busiest here in the afternoon? Or does it just depend?
Just depends. Yes. I mean, it's not. It's like it's such a rare thing. It's a rare current. It's not as. So it's like why do people want to use like
How long is the wait?
right now? I'll do it right now. Yeah, put it back in.
Where are you at, babe? If you do this.
Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you everyone for being here. If you guys could, please like the stream.
Yeah, I also out of the room, I need those black pins. Yeah, they inside the bag and it's like a black dust.
Eyebrow.
Yeah. Let me hit the yet.
How are you?
I put it back in.
How you feeling today?
But I know it. Yeah, it's different for everyone. But I'm trying to say majority. I'm trying to say in general, right? I'm trying to say in general.
I gotta head to the airport. They just called me in on my day off. And I gotta work because I'm off. I need some off. Do what I can do. But I will be back to get my feet done. I don't need the soap, but I want you to do the mazes on my toes. You know how I get the puzzle mats on my big toes overnight. It probably will be on Thursday morning. Did you find the dust, baby? The black dust and the black tape. And those sneakers, baby. The black and white sneakers. The New Balances.
Yeah, you have a. You put yourself in a situation. It's what's come down to your body gets a gut feeling in the end, every human has it. Granted, you could be blindsided, but regardless of the matter, it It is you. Kit, I agree, right? I don't think it's 50-50. Well, I don't think it's 60%. I don't think it's 60%. I believe it's more than 60%. Like right now, what I know is like at least 98%. I agree. You let him hit. In the end, it's your choice. I see, George. I agree with that. Right. See, even like that's what I'm saying. There's so many scenarios. Bob, the Chris Chan thing. I still don't hear anything. I mean, like, even in the scenario you said, I would say at least what, 97%, 98%. People are not giving me any other scenario besides that one, being imprisoned or being a widow. I mean, like, seriously, how's that bringing all the way down to? Plus, those are not the common situations, right? Being a widow isn't the common thing, or being imprisoned, or being, having the R word happen to you. That's not common. That's why I don't really think it as that high. That's why I say at best 98%. Bob, you gotta think, right? You think number 3 isn't right, but here's the thing: even if it's the man, right? He left. She chose the man, right? She chose the man. So I still put it on. I mean, it doesn't take away accountability from the man, but it also still puts the accountability on the woman. I agree. I never said that. I mean, being a single father is 100% a choice as well, right? Being a single father is 100% a choice as well. Saying one thing doesn't mean that you counter the other thing, right? But that what number 3 is more triggering when I say single mom. It's not as triggering when I say single fathers. Now, women would agree. Women would predominantly agree with that. Thank you, everyone, for being here. If you guys could, please like the live. Please like the live. It's helpful. That was cool.
I'm not graduating.
Holy crap! What are you doing there?
I'm trying going to college for next year.
Oh, next year. What, is this acrylic? I mean, I wouldn't say it's rage bait, but it's more. It will get people. Okay, fine. Maybe it is rage bait. I'm 40. So I believe I have a decent amount of experience. It's unoriginal. You think my hair is unoriginal? Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you everyone for being here. I mean, I don't think it's really rage bait because I do believe it. Not exactly it. I mean, maybe it's not 100%, but I do believe it. So I wouldn't necessarily call it rage bait. I admit that it's a little bit being in chum. I believe it's a little bit rage baity, but I don't believe it's that much because I do believe it. You know, Giovanna, I believe, you know, I agree, right? They should make it legal for that. In those circumstances, those rare circumstances, yes, we should make it easily accessible for those situations. If you are R-word or incest, okay, fine, I agree with that. How's your mom? I haven't seen her in a bit.
She's doing good. We moved from around here
Oh, really? Recently?
about 2 months ago.
Because I knew I'd seen your mom walk around here sometime. I guess I haven't seen her in a while. How's the new area? Like it? What are you doing here?
There's nothing really like around here.
Where is it?
Like Germantown.
Germantown? Okay. I don't. Not many men have multiple. Not many men have multiple baby mamas. Very few men do. So that's why I don't think that it's. You know, I think it's worse. Ooh, this one. I do support loyalty. I support loyalty. No, you don't. Ooh, this one's terrible. I mean, maybe. I mean, like, if you're having kids and you don't know who the baby father is, I think that's a bigger problem. What do you want to do with this toe?
I don't want all the way.
What do you mean? Just fine like this? Yeah. I agree. Loyalty is a big flex. I mean, we need to promote that more. I don't know. Just Luna, I don't agree. I don't agree. Women had control of their rights, and yet for the last however years, it hasn't been better. No, I agree. Single parent households are a problem, but again, the stats shows a bit different. Chubby, I do agree, but still, majority of men are not doing that, right? Women are very selective, or maybe not very selective, but I'm coming.
I have to leave in 15 minutes.
Here, put it back in.
ain't nobody call me. Bro, so this the short distance. Straight right there. I'm over here getting my toes done. I'm over here getting my toes done. But I'm at Brook Street. Hey! I haven't seen you in so long. Mina, Bina, Katrina. Hi! I'm great. I didn't even show you my prom or nothing. I ain't seen you in so long. Oh my God, I walked out and never looked back. Yeah. You gonna be home? You gonna be home? She probably like, ooh, period. Okay, well, it depends. I need to be done here by 2:30, honestly, because I'm got my appointment. I'm just getting my feet done, then I'm gonna get press ones. I gotta find them though. Yeah. But the hair store, that's where I usually get them from, but those don't got nothing. They're good. You going with Mina to get it? We were spending the night, right? I was 19 now, honey. Mina being a Katrina is going down tonight. I can't wait to party with y'all, baby. It's only my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my day on the first floor. What, it's a liquor store around 20th and Susquehanna, downtown. To find wine and good spirits. I'm cracking up. Gas out, gas out. If you got the money, cash out, cash out. I need to. Yeah. hmm I need the. Huh? I know, bro. I know. I'm gonna stop by my cousin's house first because she need to really cut my hair.
Thank you everyone for being here.
I mean, it's a liquor store I could go to that's closer. All you gotta do is go to. Oh, you at 60 now. Oh yeah, Susquehanna, and yeah, then get on the bus.
All right, come on. All right, gotta work. I gotta work, guys. I gotta work. I do. I think both is wrong too. Sorry, guys. I gotta work. Um, I will make another live. All right, I will do another live later on today. All right, guys. Later.